Have you ever noticed something unusual in your legs or feet and wondered for just a moment whether it meant something more? A little swelling, a change in color, a strange heaviness, or discomfort you can't quite explain? Most of us brush these things off, especially as we get older. We assume it's age, or a long day, or not drinking enough water. But sometimes, our legs and feet whisper things our heart wants us to notice. And when those messages feel different, persistent, or unusual, they deserve our attention. Today, I want to walk with you through something incredibly important, especially if you're over 60, over 70, or caring for someone who is. Because the legs and feet can quietly reflect changes in the heart long before the chest ever does. Not always in dramatic ways, not always in alarming ways, but in subtle, everyday signs that many seniors overlook. And the truth is, being aware of these signals isn't about frightening anyone. It's about staying informed, staying observant, and knowing when something deserves a closer look from a professional. So let's talk together, calmly, simply, and honestly, about the signs in your legs and feet that seniors should never ignore. Not because they guarantee something serious, but because they might be your body's gentle way of saying, "Pay attention to me." Let's start with something many seniors notice at some point in their lives: swelling in the ankles. It might start small, just a puffiness at the end of the day, or socks leaving deeper marks than usual. For some people, swelling disappears overnight and returns later. For others, it doesn't go away at all. Now, swelling can come from many things: heat, standing, salty meals, medications, or even mild inflammation. But when swelling becomes persistent, noticeably uneven, or heavier than usual, it's something worth acknowledging. Some seniors say their feet begin to feel like they're filled with water, tighten their shoes, or heavier to move. If that sounds familiar, it doesn't mean something serious is happening, but it does mean your body is trying to tell you something, and it's wise to listen. Another thing many seniors overlook is a feeling of heaviness or tightness in the lower legs. It's not pain, just a sensation that moving the legs requires more effort. People describe it as dragging weights or feeling as if the legs are less responsive than usual. Some say they feel pressure inside the calf when standing or walking. This can happen for many reasons, including circulation slowing with age. But persistent heaviness is something most people don't talk about, even though it's one of the earliest signs the body can show when it's struggling to move fluid around properly. Then there's something that surprises a lot of people: changes in skin color on the lower legs or tops of the feet. Maybe the skin looks slightly more reddish, or purplish, or shiny. Maybe it looks more stretched or dry than usual. Maybe the veins appear more noticeable, or the texture looks different. Feet and legs should generally maintain a healthy color, and when they don't, especially when the change is new, it's something worth noticing. Again, not every color change means something serious. But a persistent shift is simply your body saying, "Please keep an eye on me." Another sign that often goes unnoticed is unexplained tenderness in the legs. Not the soreness you get after a long walk or after sitting too long, but a deeper tenderness, the kind you feel when you press on your calf or ankle, and it feels uncomfortable in a way that's unfamiliar. Some people describe it as a dull ache that lingers. Others say it feels like pressure from the inside. Some describe it as a tight band around their lower legs. These sensations don't always point to something major, but they are worth acknowledging if they continue. A surprising one that many seniors talk about is feeling unusually cold in the feet. And I don't mean cold from winter weather, I mean cold feet even in warm rooms, under blankets, or after walking around. A change in temperature in one or both feet can reflect changes in circulation, and circulation is closely connected to the heart. This doesn't mean anything dramatic by itself, but when cold feet become frequent and unexplained, it's worth noting. There's also something many people dismiss far too easily: numbness or tingling in the legs or feet. People often say, "It's just nerves," or "Maybe I sat wrong," or "Maybe I need new shoes." And while that might be true, numbness that appears regularly, lasts longer than usual, or spreads to new areas deserves attention. Tingling pins and needles, or a feeling that the feet are falling asleep too often, can be your body's way of saying that something needs to be checked, whether it's circulation, nerves, or something else entirely. Another sign that people often ignore is difficulty putting on shoes due to swelling or discomfort. If you suddenly find that shoes that always fit you now feel tight every day, or your left foot fits differently than your right, or you need bigger sizes without gaining weight. That's a sign your body has made a change. Seniors often think it's because of aging, but shoes don't suddenly shrink. When the feet change, it's worth noticing. Now, let's talk about something more subtle: changes in balance or stability. Many seniors assume balance issues are just part of getting older, but sometimes the legs feel unstable because they're not getting the strength they need from healthy blood flow. People say they feel wobbly, or their legs don't respond as quickly, or they need to hold on to something more often. Not every balance issue is related to circulation, but if your legs feel weaker or more unstable than usual, it's a sign worth paying attention to. Then there's something seniors sometimes mention quietly, as if it's too small to matter: shortness of breath when bending down to tie shoes or pick up something from the floor. You may feel fine while sitting or standing, but the moment you bend forward, you feel breathless or pressured. That sensation is something many people ignore, but it's actually one of the body's signals that deserves understanding. Another thing seniors often notice is a sudden increase in nighttime leg cramps. Cramping can come from dehydration, mineral imbalances, or strain. But when cramps become frequent, strong, or persistent, that's something to be mindful of. It's your body saying something in your circulation or muscle oxygenation may need attention. Then there's the feeling of fluid buildup, not just swelling, but puffiness around the knees, shins, or the tops of the feet. Some people say it feels like their skin is tighter, even if it doesn't look swollen. Others say it feels spongy or warm. These sensations can come and go, but when they become consistent, they're worth noting. Finally, there's something that seniors mention often but don't connect to anything: fatigue in the legs, even after light activity. Not the kind of fatigue from hiking or long walks, but fatigue from walking a short distance, climbing a single flight of stairs, or standing for only a few minutes. When the legs feel tired quickly, it can reflect many things, including changes in circulation or how efficiently the body moves. Oxygen? Now here's something important I want to emphasize. None of these signs by themselves mean anything definite. Seniors can experience these sensations for dozens of benign reasons, including aging, dehydration, weather changes, medication, side effects, lack of movement, stiffness, or circulation that naturally slows with time. But the reason we talk about these signs is not to cause fear, it's to encourage awareness. Awareness is the most powerful tool a senior has. Awareness helps you act early, communicate clearly with your doctor, and understand your body more deeply. Imagine noticing swelling early instead of months later. Imagine recognizing a new heaviness instead of dismissing it. Imagine catching a change in color or temperature and knowing it's worth mentioning. These small moments of awareness give you a sense of control. They help you stay connected to your health. They empower you to make decisions that protect your comfort and future. Many seniors today are living longer, stronger, and healthier lives because they pay attention to the small things. They listen to their bodies instead of brushing off every new sensation. And when something concerns them, they talk to a professional instead of waiting too long. That's the whole purpose of this message today, to help you tune into the whispers before they become louder. Your legs and feet are often the first place. The body shows when the heart is working harder than usual, not because something is wrong, but because they're the furthest point from the heart. They're the place where fluid collects first, where circulation must work the hardest, where small changes show up before you notice anything in your chest. That's why paying attention matters. Your legs and feet tell a story, not a scary story, but an honest one. And if you take nothing else from today's conversation, take this. If something feels new, unusual, persistent, or simply different from what you're used to, you don't have to panic. You don't have to make assumptions. Just check in with a professional who understands these signs. Sometimes the answer is simple, sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it's something worth addressing early. Either way, you win. Because you chose awareness over worry. You chose knowledge over guessing. You chose care over fear. You deserve to feel steady, supported, and informed as you age. You deserve to understand the signals your body gives you. You deserve to act with confidence and peace, not confusion. And that's what we're here for, to guide you gently, calmly, and respectfully through the things that matter. If you found this helpful, stay with me here on Evergreen Health After 50, where we talk about the small signs, the real stories, and the gentle truths that help seniors live their healthiest, strongest, most confident years. Asterisk,